The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
Herod the Tetrarch heard of the reputation of Jesus and said to his servants, "This man is John the Baptist. He has been raised from the dead. That is why mighty powers are at work in him." Now Herod had arrested John, bound him, and put him in prison on account of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip. For John had said to him, "It is not lawful for you to have her." Although he wanted to kill him, he feared the people, for they regarded him as a prophet. But at a birthday celebration for Herod, the daughter of Herodias performed a dance before the guests and delighted Herod so much that he swore to give her whatever she might ask for. Prompted by her mother, she said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist." The king was distressed, but because of his oaths and the guests who were present, he ordered that it be given, and he had John beheaded in the prison. His head was brought in on a platter and given to the girl, who took it to her mother. His disciples came and took away the corpse and buried him, and they went and told Jesus. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning. Welcome to those joining us on the live stream. Just before Mass, Paul was commenting, what a gruesome gospel to start your day. But we are meant to be shocked by the terrible crime in today's gospel. It hints at what is later done to Jesus in his passion. When greed and power take people over, they can become very cruel, and the innocent suffer as a result. Good people, especially when they struggle for justice, are destined to suffer. The material prosperity and ease of life that we have in America can lead us Christians to an erroneous belief concerning God. That error is the idea that if I do what God tells me to do, that is, if I live according to his commandments, then God will bless me with a good life, which includes material prosperity to at least some degree, decent physical health, and few troubles. John's goal in life was to serve God. He wouldn't compromise the message of the Lord, and so he was put into prison. He feared God, and he followed him. John knew what he believed. He knew he believed the truth, and he acted accordingly. Now, Herod was a man confirmed in his unbelief. Like the seed sown by the side of the road in the parable of the sower, Herod never comprehended what was being told to him because of the wickedness of his own heart. He feared everything but God. Herod believed lies, deception, and the thoughts of his own pompous pride. He didn't believe the truth. What would have happened if John the Baptist had behaved according to the politically correct ideas going around today and tried desperately not to offend anyone? Or what if he behaved like so many of us who are timid when it comes to confronting someone with the truth that their behavior is sinful? Well, then he probably wouldn't have been thrown into prison, nor lost his head. But then he also wouldn't have been God's prophet either. Life here on this earth is not about our physical comfort or pleasure. It's not about gaining wealth or amassing an estate. It's not about gaining power or prestige. It's not about having a lot of friends and having people think good things about you. It's not about obtaining fame, having many people know who you are and remembering you. Life on this earth is not about you. But if you think it is, then you will always compromise the truth to get what you want for yourself. Life here on this earth is about God. He is the center of the universe, not us. He doesn't exist for our good pleasure, but we for His. Our egos don't like to hear that, and our pride fights against it, but that is the truth. We can believe it or reject it in unbelief. Now, if God was a tyrant, this truth would drive us to despair, but God is not our oppressor. He loves us and shows that love on the cross. Jesus became man, lived a perfect life, and then died in our place on the cross. And His death and resurrection bring us back into right relationship with God. In a few moments, we're going to come forward and receive His body in the Holy Eucharist, remembering what He has done for us. But before we do, I ask you to think about the examples set by John the Baptist and by Herod, and consider with whom you identify the most. John the Baptist, the fearless champion of truth and justice? Or Herod, the one who compromised the truth and justice because of pressure of opinion and his own personal interests? Are you living for yourself or for God? Jesus did not come for His own benefit, but according to the Father's plan, and He fulfilled the Father's purpose. Are you fulfilling the purpose for which God the Father created you? Today we call upon our Blessed Mother under the title of Mary, Help of Christians, as we further consider that John's death led his disciples to Jesus. When all seemed lost, they risked their lives in a final act of love to reclaim His body. And then they went and told Jesus. Help us, Blessed Mother, to realize that the darkest hour often heralds the dawn. Amen.